Hello and welcome to the Kindred Essence Tarot and to my latest reading, which is a karma reading on what is their karma for hurting you. So think of a particular person and then ask your higher self or intuitive self what is their karma for their actions towards you, and then pick a particular pile. So we've got pile number one, the basic circular flashlight pile. Pile number two, the purple flashlight pile. And pile number three, the toilet paper um, roll pile. So also another thing is that sometimes you'll pick a pile and you'll find the karma of someone else who has hurt you that you haven't thought of. So keep that in mind. If you get like if you pick a pile and you're like, oh, that sounds like someone else, it could be that person. So keep that in mind. So without any other further ado, my cat has arrived, as you can see. Let's get started. So we've got pile number one, the circular flashlight pile. So let's see what we get for that. Okay, so what is the person's karma for hurting you? The circular flashlight pile. And at the beginning, I just assign intuitively an object that I'm intuitively drawn to. But let's get started. Okay. The Knight of Cups in reverse, interesting. The Knight of Cups I find to be an interesting character, because Page of Wands, because he can be so good, but he can be so bad. You know, like he can be a loving, emotional character, but it's in reverse here. So is the Page of Wands. So reversals are badly aspected. They can go either way, right? So wow, through three we've got cards here, and then the Pentacles, which is significant because that's about like stability, money, different family, things like that. But let's see what we let's get an overall picture of what we've got. Okay, so what I'm getting is that, okay, let's tune into this. I heard, the first thing I heard was that this person brought you poison. They brought you poison, emotional poison, in the form of some sort of words. Like they gave you some poison. They tried to slip in their poison, but it was their own poison. So the Page of Wands. So it was very immature, and they tried to almost like with sort of fire and like almost manipulation or fiery sort of spewing energy. They tried to seep poison into your life. They could have done this with words. They could have done this with some sort of manipulation to get into your life. With both, but I just see the energy of both fire and sort of an immature sort of energy of fire and like let's get some more words that I can get here. Like they very thoughtless. I hear they could have like a very thoughtless energy, and in some cases they turn to sort of a like I hear you could have either found them in some sort of spiritual religious establishment, or they like to spew that kind of spiritual energy. They like their perspective, I'm hearing, is the only perspective, and they try and inject it into you. And I hear a very sliding energy. Like the Knight of Cups can be called the smiling liar card. So they, in some way, they injected themselves into your life. Like they injected themselves into your life in some sort of insidious way, but with an energy of passion, or apparent passion, or an energy of like sort of the energy behind it was like a very angry energy, I'm hearing. So yeah, I'm getting another thread here. There was a huge amount of anger, like sort of immature, unprocessed anger. But they showed another. Okay, this is what I'm getting. The over energies. They have this really immature, unprocessed anger, often from childhood. But instead of showing that side of themselves, they showed the side. Oh, I'm giving you something. I'm giving you sort of a loving gesture. Like they couched what they gave to you as a loving gesture, but it wasn't a loving gesture. But it came from a lot of anger, a deep-seated anger, but they lied even to themselves for what they gave to you. It's like very two-faced. That's the word I'm getting. A very, very two-faced, like a lot of anger, but pretending to bring you this loving energy that was anything but. And so I'm getting a very fractured part of this, like almost three parts of this person I see with it. Like they had a very angry part, but a very pretentious, angry, very pretentious and manipulative, but also um, a sort of a, what's the word? Like um, a very sort of like what's the word? It's like you can switch between these parts very easily, and it's sort of like, yeah, like they can switch between these parts and have sort of a very, they can switch to being very pious, angry, manipulative, religiously pious. So it's like they have these different hats when they're in their perpetration towards you or even other people. I hear to other people as well too. They switch between these different aspects themselves. But now let's get to their karma. So I'm gonna just get some clarifiers because yeah, it seems to be something about stability and family, and but let's see what it is. Eight of Cups. So I'm getting at their stability or some form of stability, either financial or family, will be gone. That's what I'm getting, and they'll be sort of brought to their knees and have to sort of go. I'm hearing it. They'll have to go somewhere else because some form of stability. Because we've got the Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles are sort of about financial, family, some sort of form of like root chakra stability. Like so it's sort of like I'm hearing they were hoping for sort of this like something that they sort of, because it's moving forward here, they're sort of hoping for a sense of love and safety, but instead of that they're going, because I hear they took love and safety away from other people, so they did this to such a great degree that now their safety and stability will be taken away from them. Like it's like they're constantly pulling the rug from underneath the mat, their other people's mat. So now that they didn't face what they were doing, they didn't shine a light on their own behavior, the universe, it's interesting because there's light here, right? And they didn't shine a light on their own behavior, and it was very slidey and very manipulative. So instead of the aggressively, like it's like this energy of aggressiveness with the oh sorry, I can't, can't see that right here. But it's sort of like, because of that, I'll get these two piles kind of out of the way. But it's sort of like the aggressively, I hear that they got away, is what I'm hearing, they got away with this for too long. And then there'll be like an aggressive energy from the universe. I'm hearing, not from a person, but I'm hearing, yeah, from the sort of this all-encompassing light in the universe. And they think it will be from a person, but it's just sort of this all-encompassing lightning rod from the universe. It will shake up their stability, and will shake up their stability. Yeah, interesting. I pulled Ace of Pentacles, I'm pulling all these Pentacle cards here, and what I'm getting here is there's stability. They really like stability, but the universe is going to shake that up. I hear the universe as being the universe coming through there, and see that woman as being the universe, and them being the lion, and them being aggressively, you see how she's aggressively taming them. And yeah, I keep on getting security. Like I just, as I said, that I pulled the Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Then, well, I had already pulled this in the pile, but sometimes I pull some more, and I pulled the Ace of Pentacles. So that's a clarifier. So it's basically like somehow their stability and safety will be taken away from them on so many different levels. It could be financial, it could be family on different levels, like their immediate family there, but something will be taken. Let's see what else. Okay, I'm going to pull the bottom deck. Seven of Swords. Interesting. I was called to pull something from the bottom of the deck. Like sometimes I'll just be pulled like three from the top, pull from the bottom, 10 from the top. Like I'll just we pull. But I heard Seven of Swords. So what does that mean? Okay, Seven of Swords. Like they, will it be someone? Yeah, like I'm getting that someone close will steal something away from them. Somebody who they think is a friend will steal something away from, but not. I'm hearing interesting because I got financial cards, but I'm not getting it's mostly not financial. It's more like emotional. Someone will steal something emotionally away from them that's very important for them. Interesting. I got the Knight, King of Pentacles. I keep on getting these Pentacle cards. I'll put these in the Pentacle area over here because I keep on getting the Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, all right. So I'm hearing a theme here that sort of like something that's rooted and stable will be taken away from them that they thought that they had completed, because the Nine of Wands is always completed. It will be taken emotionally away from them. Someone will take it away from them, or the universe will take him away from, because I hear that they were just in this pattern for too long of just, I hear that they did lots of emotional damage to people with these three. I hear them three. I'm gonna go back to that again too, because how else did they do emotional damage to people? They Nine of Swords, like they would come and attack people. That's what I hear with the Nine of Swords. They attack people with fire, emotional manipulation, and spiritual manipulation of like the psychological variety. I'm hearing they'd come in quickly and just attack people over and attack their sense of, what did they attack about people? Okay, I got 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They attacked their war their work. So it could be something at work, but it also could attack their. Okay, so I'm getting a picture of they would preach to people and put them down in some cases. It could be attacking someone at work, but it could also be preaching at people and putting them down. And it's sort of and I see these three as just being a mixture of the energy, the emotional manipulation, fueled by the anger and immaturity, and then the sort of, but putting on an air of the Hierophant. So they would do, okay, that's what I'm hearing. They would attack people, but putting on the air of this is an authority. They'd put on an air, and this person's an authority too. So I see these, so I'm getting the picture. They would attack people, and then coming quick, attack them. I hear a sneak attack, but coming up with a pretentious image of, oh, I'm the authority here, and I know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, sort of this energy of that, I know what I'm talking about, but fueled by a lot of anger. And yeah, the Chariot, I get that again, because that's moving and quick. I hear that they move in to people's spaces, take which was not theirs emotionally, and then now it's finally going to catch up to them, and their stability will be taken. That's what I see. They'll come over here. Stability. I hear someone may be taken away from them that's important because they did that Hermit. And then I'm hearing they will be forced to look within. That's what I get with the Hermit. They will be forced to look within eventually. But I hear it will take several cycles of it will take several cycles of this behavior for them to get to the completion, because the world is the completion. They will be forced to go within. I heard 5 times. They will be forced to go within 5 times, and then they will finally do that. I hear that they're kind of a slow spiritual. I hear they're a very fast mental learner. Like they're very good at learning things mentally, but they're a very slow spiritual learner, is what I'm hearing. Very fast mentally, and very good with the mind, they could possibly be, and very good at sort of finding the weak spots. Like they could be an interrogator personality, like those, what is it called? The energy vampire. In this book I read, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the interrogator sub personality. But say I hear 5. I hear 5 for they will be forced to go within 5 times with 5 tower movements. They will finally go to hermits, and then 9 times, and then it will take 9 trauma bashes over the head before they will finally make the completion. And I hear like they will make the completion. I hear if they actually make it that far in this life, maybe 60, 65, they'll finally make the spiritual initiation. 60, 65, even 80, I'm hearing 85. 95, but I hear if they make it that far, which they may not make it that far in this lifetime, I hear, because they're slow, very fast mental learner, very slow spiritual learner. Interesting. Interesting. Because that can be very the case. Like somebody can be very fast mentally and slow spiritually, and it's sometimes not a very pretty sight, I'll tell you that. But I'm hearing refine your attention. That's what I'm hearing for advice for you to refine your attention, bust out of your cocoon. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Those are two advice cards for you. Is bust out of your cocoon and use this, I say, in some cases, horrible experience with this person to propel you onto something else. Instead of feeling anger, refine your. Well, no, I'm not saying not invalidating your anger, because I've certainly felt anger myself. That is for sure. But I hear refine your energy, refine your attention, and bust out of your cocoon. That's the two energies that you need to sort of bust away from the situation. Refine your energy, and I hear you are a fast spiritual learner. I'm hearing you're a fast spiritual learner. So learn to refine your attention and bust out of your cocoon. Refine your attention and bust out of your cocoon. So that's what we've got for pile number one. And, oop, sorry about that. The camera kind of did a bit of a thing there. But that's what we've got for pile number one. The circular flashlight pile is a good, interesting pile. Yeah, interesting, definitely interesting pile. I think it might have been someone I know. My pile. Sometimes when you do pick a card, sometimes a pile will be like, oh, that's someone I know. But anyway, that's that's the end of the pile. I hope you check out my other readings on the playlist section. Maybe like if this resonated, like, comment if you want to. And also, yeah, subscribe. If you check out my other videos in the playlist section, see the different topics that I cover, and see if it is worth it for you to subscribe. So we've got the purple flashlight pile. I wonder what's purple flashlight, because I've got different flashlights, but I got purple for this. So let us see what the karma the person gets. We've got 10 of Wands. We've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Queen of Pentacles, very fascinating. Queen of Wands. We've got 3. So I'm getting at the karma for this person is some sort of obstruction. It's some sort of obstruction to their life and not getting what they want. Like having, so that's the first thing. I sometimes I get what they did at first, but I'm getting the karma very, very, is the first thing. And then I'll get into what they did, but I'll first get into the karma, or whatever comes out. We'll just flow with it. But, so it's interesting. Like I said, I've got the 10 of Wands. We've got the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. So what I'm hearing for that is a lot of frustrated energy, because we've got, this is an obstructed, I see it in here as being, he's very obstructed. He can't see it. He's burdened. But I hear the word very strong obstruction. So it's sort of like this person wants to have something in their life. They want to have something in their life, but they can't have it. It's like, and I hear they've screwed too many people over, is what I hear. So that's what they've done in so many different ways. We'll see how did they do that. They've just done that to so many people, and the universe has finally put them in a gridlock, very much a gridlock energy that I get here, because the Queen of Wands, she's filled with passion. She wants to move forward. She wants to, with power, with passion, with whatever. But I hear that this person has screwed too many people over, and they're just being forced to look at that. And so we've got the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands. The person is completely obstructed, completely at all passes. I hear them being sort of stuck in a triangle that they can't get. I got this image of, when you play pool, right? Like, I don't know if you've ever played pool, but they've got that circular thing that you put all the balls in to sort of put it, when you do the first break of pool, right? And they feel like they're a ball in amongst, like, it's a circular thing, right? And you put it's like it keeps all the balls, and not circular, it's like triangular actually. but it's like it's this apparatus. You put all the balls in it, so in the center, so you can crack it, right? You can crack all the balls and they shoot everywhere. You know if you play pool. But I hear this person feels like one of the balls in in these, and I don't know if that's like balls as in like some sort of connotation to it, but in this that's stuck, and I wish someone would just hit them with the cue, that you hit with the white ball, I believe in you. It hits them all so they could get out of the situation. But they're not, I hear they're not getting out of some sort of situation where they're so trapped. And they just, yeah, this energy of just feeling so trapped. And I hear it because they just screwed too many people over. They used, I get a user energy and I get 10. Oh my goodness. Wow, I pulled that card again. That is crazy. Because I used two cards in a deck, right? I used two decks in I combined them, right? See, I combined them like that, right? Two different types, the wider right and then some other type of deck, right? But that is crazy. I pulled the 10 of Wands again. Like these are both 10 of Wands cards, but a different, and I hear that they're kind of looking at their life thinking, oh, why am I so trapped? And I hear they took advantage of people. They're very unethical. They could have just sort of one of those people that, I hear they might use people for sex or even be a predator, like a predator of some cases. Like they could be very much like a predator of some variety, like even towards, I hear, well, I don't, well, I just skip this YouTube friendly, but they could be a predator towards the little ones, I'm hearing. But that's not every um, person in this pile, but they could even be a spiritual predator, and they've done lots of emotional damage to people, but just screwing people over, taking advantage of people in various ways. And the thing is, they didn't, I hear they had no conscience. They just think that's just the way it is. Like they don't have a spiritual conscience. They just, like, oh, if there's money there to be taken, I'll just take it. I'll just take it. So because of that, they're at this impasse, right? It's very significant that I pulled the 10 of Wands again, because that's sort of like a burden card, or it's sort of like an ending, but they can't get out of this, or it's an obstruction, right? You see, here is it. So they're in this obstruction, and it's like because the universe is forcing them to up level spiritually, which they really do not want to do, because of just how they just took advantage. They had no conscience, right? Like that conscience in the back of your head, right? That tells you what's right and wrong. They don't have that. I hear, I hear mild sociopathy. That's what I'm hearing. Mild, or it could even be in some places really severe sociopathy. But it's like I hear in some cases it's a mild sociopathy, like they didn't get the conscience gene, and and then temperance. Yeah, they didn't get a healing energy of like, oh, I shouldn't do this. Like they just think, oh, it's mine, I'll take it. Like it's mine, I'll take it. They don't have that sense of, like, most people have, a conscience, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. Here they don't have that conscience. And the universe, because of the way that they've, taken advantage of their people, screwed people over and over again, it's like they're in this impasse. They've got this passion in this pool ball triangle where they can't get out of. They wish someone would just hit the pool ball and get them out of it. Interesting. Let's see what else we get. 2, 3, 4, and then yeah, they got a pentacle, the Ace of Pentacles. They've got the Page of Pentacles. They feel that their ultimate pentacle is not in their life, whatever that could be. That could be a lover, that could be money, but they feel that their ultimate pentacle is not in their life, and they're being forced to have a spiritual up levelment, but they don't really want to do that. They don't really want to. I hear it's too much for them, and they don't want to do that. They don't want to look at things that are going on. They don't want to look at things that are going on around them. They'd prefer. I'm hearing they would prefer blindness, even justice. Oh, I got the Justice card. They would prefer blindness, and they don't really like to look at their behavior. But I'm hearing, although they don't like to look at the Justice card exists nonetheless. nonetheless. So let's see. So let's go to I was pulled to the Gypsy Oracle card. So I got letter. Um, I'm hearing they're getting letters from the universe, but they're not taking, and they're acting very childish. They're getting letters from the universe, but they're still acting very childish is what I'm seeing. And yeah, they're getting letters from the universe, and thief. I'm getting. They feel that the universe is thieving with them, but it's just trying to give them a message about their childish behavior. They're trying. They think the universe is thieving from them, but they feel it's giving them a message about their childish behavior. Interesting. So here, what are some recommendations to deal with this energy of this person? I hear retreat. I hear that it's good to just to sort of stay away from this person as much as possible, because they're not work with devotion. I hear focus. What I hear from that is just to focus, retreat, and then focus on something else. Because I hear that this person is simply not worth it. They're not worth any. They're of low moral character. They don't have the spiritual essence that you have, or that they don't have that spiritual essence, and it's good to retreat and work on something else. Retreat, work on something else, refine your attention to something else. But I hear, yeah, they're just not. Their integrity is so low, and they're just. I hear you need to find like-minded people, because that's maybe be the lessons that you got from that. Is that I heard the quote, there's many different minds as there is different faces. So it's sort of like um just basically to up level, and by finding different people. That's what I hear. Yeah, find different people in your life. um know that you can find different people in your life. Know that not all people are like this, and ask for healing to release this sort of cynicism that you may feel about people. But I hear that replacing your life with different people is something that you need to do, because it's like, and I hear that you will over the next week or two, you will shift your attention from something to something else, and you will know who are good, truly good people in your life. And I hear, and you can have truly good people in your life now. I hear, now that this person is gone, you can go on a healing journey. The universe will help you, and you will find truly loving, good people in your life. So that's pile number 2, the purple flashlight pile. And yeah, and I'm also hearing that, yeah, focus on the color purple. It's a very good pile. It's a good color for you. So focus on that color and see if you can, heal and up level. Okay, we've got the paper, or the toilet paper roll pile number 3. So hello, pile number 3. Let us see what we have for what is their karma. Interesting. 3 of Cups. So what is the karma for the person who hurt you? So 3 of Cups. We've got Knight of Wands. Um, we've got the 4 of Swords. We've got the Page of Cups. We've got the 10 of Swords, and then we've got the Hanged Man. So we've got 3 of Cups, Knight of Wands, 4 of Swords, Page of Cups, 10 of Swords, and the Hanged Man. Interesting. So let's see. So I'm gonna get a clarifier on the Knight of Wands. I got something, Judgment. So what I'm getting is that this person was very aggressive. That's what I'm getting, the Knight of Wands. And I'm getting a very aggressive energy, and you felt like you had to protect yourself from this person. And I hear you rightly did. A really aggressive, it could be judgmental energy. It could be somebody who's very, okay, I'm getting loud, because this can be very much about the trumpet here being very loud. I'm hearing that this person was very, very loud and judgmental. You know when they were coming, they're just very the type. I'm getting the type that's very obnoxious and would get drunk at a party, be very just a really aggressive energy. That it could be. I'm hearing they could also like invade people's spaces, like a very energy of invading people's spaces with loudness, aggressiveness, and you rightly put boundaries up. You put boundaries up to them, and I'm hearing that their karma is that people aren't putting up with this anymore. People are that part of their karma is that I'm getting a really dirty energy with this person, which is probably why I picked the toilet paper roll for this particular uh, the toilet paper inner roll right here. If I used the whole toilet paper roll, my cat would just grab it and pull it all over the room. But um, basically, I'm getting, and people are not putting up with them, and part of their karma is they're going to feel like a little child again. And I'm getting two different, like people are going on a spiritual journey, or you went on a spiritual journey. I'm getting with the Page of Cups that this person is not going on, so they feel very left behind. They feel very dead inside with the Ten of Swords and stuck. Because that's what I'm getting. Like, say that you're going on a spiritual, you've left them. Um, Although it may not always feel that you left them, but you did leave them on many different levels. It's sort of like you're going on the spiritual journey, but they can't go on that journey because their character is so dirty. I'm hearing is what they're dirty. You set boundaries. You went on your spiritual journey, and their character is just so dirty, and because of that, they feel dead and dead. They feel like everyone else has gone on a spiritual journey, but on them, but their energy is too dirty to do so. So interesting, and I'm getting, and then yeah, also they feel dead inside. That's what I'm getting, and I'm gonna see what other cards can I get for this about how they feel dead inside. They got sorrow. Interesting. I got the words four from the top. So they feel dead inside and sorrow. So I'm getting a lot of feelings is their karma. Like I'm getting, because the Page of Cups can be about feelings too. But I'm getting one thing they feel two from the bottom two constancy. They feel like their sorrow is constant is what I'm hearing. Interesting. They feel that their sorrow is constant is their karma. And then I got four from the okay. One, two, three, four, reverse. Queen of Pentacles. They feel that you're just out of reach, or women are just out of reach. It's like they like to aggressively. That's what I get. They like to aggressively pursue either a woman or sometimes men as well. Like they like to aggress. It could be a woman too that aggressively likes to pursue, but they feel like they're just out of reach and they're not putting up with their nonsense anymore. I hear that yeah, the whatever the opposite gender, even friends. I'm hearing it could be the opposite gender or or same gender or friends. Is just not putting up with it anymore, and they feel like they feel that people disapprove of them and are wagging their finger at them, and but they don't even have this consciously because they're very, but they're constant. They have a constant state of sorrow and deadness, constant of sorrow, deadness, and stuckness is what I'm getting. And but yeah, I'm getting a really immature energy, and I'm hearing that they two from the top, they were supposed to work with devotion, and but they never do. They just aggressively attack people instead. Is what they do. They aggressively attack people instead of working, and people may not like them at work. That's what I'm hearing. Laugh at your demons, and I'm hearing that. What am I hearing with laugh at their demons? I hear that they have a lot of demons. They have a lot of demons that are provide them with constant sorrow, and yeah, they have a lot of demons. They feel chased by their demons in the cycle of the hangman, never getting out of it. The hangman reversed. So when something's reversed, it can be getting out of it, or it can be getting worse. And for this person, I'm getting it's getting worse. And then this demon seem to going around faster and faster and faster and faster. And I'm getting a card for you is have faith. Have faith that yes, this person will get this karma, but you can have a different you can. I have faith that you can heal from this person. Is what I'm hearing. Have that faith and I'm hearing that this person is being forced to face their shadow, but instead of doing that, they're constantly circularly being chased by their demons. Like they're being chased by their demons. Engage higher reason. They're being asked to engage higher reason, but their energy is just too dirty to do so. Their energy is just too dirty to do so, and they don't want to do the emotional sacrifices to do so. They don't want to do the emotional sacrifices to do so. And I'm hearing for you, the advice is have faith, and love your spirit. And what else do we get? We've got sweetheart. So they may have been your sweetheart, or they may have been a very integral part of their life. So they feel now that that integral part of their life is gone, is what I'm hearing. And they feel like they will never have sweetness again. Instead, they have constant sorrow as their companion. So they feel that they will never have sweetness again, or you, sweetness, wife. So they feel that you're gone in some way, whether it's not their significant other or a friend. They feel that you're gone. And journey, yes, journey, gone. They feel like everyone has journeyed and left them, but it's because of their it's because of their bad behavior. I'm hearing it's very much, in most cases, about their bad behavior, and that's why they're journeying away from this person, because they've got aggressive energy. And I'm hearing, in some cases, it could actually be a perpetration, an illegal. Sorry, my throat. I hear in some cases it could be an illegal sexual perpetration that occurred, but I'm trying to keep it YouTube friendly. That's an illegal sexual perpetration is the word I got. Interesting. That's an interesting. I've never heard an illegal sexual perpetration. I like the sound. Oh, I don't like the sound of that because it sounds evil, but has a certain ring to it. But that's what I hear too. So, but I'm keeping it YouTube friendly. So in some cases, they could have done this or have a tendency to do this. You may not know this. You may not know that, but that's an interesting turn of phrase that popped into my head. Um, let's see what else. 3, 4. Let's see what else. Misfortune and gift. Instead, instead of, sorry, my throat is kind of. Instead of they want gifts they really like gifts, but instead of giving gifts, like I have this, I hear this, like they like gifts, but instead of they have misfortune, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we've got surprise. They get a surprise misfortune instead of the gift that they want. They wanted the gift. But I'm hearing that if they, in despair, I hear they feel a lot of despair. But I hear that they would, if they would just treat people better and not treat people like a toilet paper roll, they would get their gifts that they want. But it's like they try and attack people to get their gifts instead of they take people's gifts away instead of giving them themselves. Or yeah, so it's sort of like that's the karma that I get for them. So yeah, that's all we've got for pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed that. Check out my other readings. I've got readings on past lives, trauma, narcissists, karma, pets, even dream analysis, dream work. So yeah, take a look at those kind of readings and see if it is worth it for you to subscribe. But that's all we've got. I hope that you have a terrific day. Bye bye.